Welcome to the Breath of God. My name is Jeff Lewis. This is a channel dedicated to studying the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. So we're going to pick up our study in the book of Psalms. And Psalms is for your soul. So your soul comprises your mind, your emotions, and your will. And the book of Psalms is like medicine to the soul. When you experience a range of emotions, the Psalms has a sanctifying effect on your soul. You see, people, they lose control of their emotions. They become really angry or very sad, or they stuff their emotions. Psalms is God's medicine, God's sanctifying words for the soul. If you want to know how to express your emotions in a sanctified way, the Psalms, reading the Psalms and letting those wash over your mind, your emotion, and your will can have a cleansing and purifying effect. So you don't go off the reservation or stuff your emotions, which both are very unhealthy expressions of emotion. So Psalms. So it's interesting. The book of Psalms has 5 books. Psalms is the poetic Pentateuch. It's like the poetic form of Moses' 5 books of the Bible. The first 5 books of the Bible are 5 books of history, the 5 books of Moses. And we get a picture of redemption, the history of redemption. And the 5 poetical books within Psalms is a way that we can deal, how we can allow God to align our emotions, align our will, align our thoughts, these things that we have deep inside. So 5 in the Bible is grace. It's grace. Grace, grace, grace. Grace for the soul. Grace for your emotions. So I remember in my early 20s, I would read a psalm nearly every day as a part of my normal practice of devotion. And it had a way, when I was really happy, to stay grounded and express my joy, or when I felt sad or angry, or the whole range of human emotions in my 20s. It had a sanctifying effect on my soul. And even today, I will read the Psalms when I'm experiencing some deep emotions, whether great joy or great sadness, and just the full range of emotions. Psalms is God's medicine for your soul. So you don't go off the reservation. You don't lose it, or you don't sink down into deep, deep despair. Psalms, if you look up the word Psalms, so it's the poetic Pentateuch and it's music. So if you look up the word Psalms, you can go to the Greek, and the number in a Strong's Exhaustive Concordance is 5568. And the Hebrew in your Strong's Exhaustive Concordance is 4210. And you can look up these words and they'll give you a picture of the meaning of these words. And you can also use both a Greek and Hebrew lexicon as well if you want to go a little bit deeper. So Psalms is basically a twitching of the finger to a note. It's to make music in your heart. So learning to make music from within, from the human experience. The human experience can be extremely chaotic, with great highs and lows and lulls in between. The Psalms allows us to make music like a stringed instrument, the full range of human experience, the full range of human emotions, learning to make music out of the chaos, to bring order, to bring melody. That's what Psalms can do for a person. And then we also find Jesus in the Psalms. There are actually, as far as I can tell, there are 19 Psalms which you can find Jesus revealed in those Psalms. And Jesus said to his disciples on the road to Emmaus in Luke chapter 24, I believe it's verse 44, everything must be fulfilled that is written about me in the books of Moses, the prophets, and the Psalms. And there are 19 Psalms, as far as I can tell, that speak to Jesus. Psalm 2, 8, 16, 22, 23, 24, 40, 41, 45, 68, 69, 72, 78, 89, 102, 110, 118, 119, and 132. Take a look at those Psalms. Tell me if you find more Psalms which speak about Jesus. These Psalms, what you find is they'll either declare Jesus's messianic kingdom or speak about his humiliation in affirmative statements. Or what you'll find, like in Psalm 22, you get the perspective of Jesus speaking from the cross, the agony, the pain, the rejection from the cross. When you study the Gospels, you get the perspective of the one looking at Jesus on the cross. But when you go like to Psalm 22, you get the perspective of Jesus from the cross. Very, very different. And you'll find this in the Psalms. The inner life of our Lord you'll find in the Psalms. And there's much grace there. Find Jesus in the Psalms. And you can align your emotions with our Lord. So the Psalms are wonderful. I would encourage you, read the Psalms, study the Psalms, find your emotions, allow your emotions to be sanctified, your thoughts to be sanctified by allowing the Psalms to wash over your soul. Learn to sing and make music in your heart. Thank you for listening to The Breath of God. And if you've been blessed by this ministry, I would encourage you, join the Breath of God community. Subscribe, give. I have a secure online link at the top of my YouTube page. Become a part of the Breath of God community. I'm getting out these teachings. I'm getting out the message of Jesus in these last days. And learning how to express your emotions in a sanctified way is very, very powerful and healing. And God can use you and make you a blessing when you know how to express your emotions in a godly way, in a God-honoring way. Allow Jesus, the inner life of Jesus, into your soul, my friend. Thank you for listening today. And remember, his breath is our calling.